Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and today we are going to be taking a look at a Dominaria United draft filmed in September of 2022 on my primary account. Sadly, while I think Dominaria is still worth it, this might be the last rotation through Quick Draft where I'm really able to recommend Dominaria United. I think the original recommendations on archetypes sadly have not really done everything that we wanted it to do. I think one of the strongest archetypes is still defenders within the individual draft. And I do think it's one of the best archetypes to actually build, although it's probably never going to reach competitive levels unless we see new cards introduced into the meta over the next year, which is entirely possible. In fact, now that I've said it out loud, we're not talking about the next year, we're talking about the next 2 years. Standard, wow. Beyond that, this set is really just giving some key cards for other decks like mono blue control, as well as various soldier builds. But hey, stay tuned as we take one more look at Dominaria United. But before we get into all that, we here at the Stronghold are officially on the road to 1,000 subs. And guess what? When we get there, we're going to give away an account. So if you're part of the 2/3 of viewers that routinely watch my content but haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and get in, player, because we're going to be doing some magic. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, right. Hey, looky there, a Thran portal as the rare. That is very solid. If I was not exclusively value drafting, of course, a lightning strike, very good. It's honestly hard to say that is not the best pick going on here. Citizen's Arrest also really good. So we're sending away a good red-white pack here, even a Sacred Peaks and a Bard in there. This pack just has so much going on. And thankfully, this is an AI draft that I'm drafting against robots, not real players, because otherwise sending this pack is pretty much just dooming us to being able to draft a red-white in the future. But Battlewing Mystic also a potential good pick here. I don't see anything else here that I would consider first picking. But with that having been said, we are value drafting, and Thran Portal is a rare. So that is going to be the thing that we do here. All right, pick two. I'm very interested in the Bulwark. I think early defenders is a good archetype. For those of you who haven't seen 3 yet, I played black blue in there last time around. I'm not really feeling these multi-pip uncommon legendaries. I do think Conscript is a very good card, but that having been said, I want to go Bulwark here. I really want to make defenders work in one of my drafts. We've had some very close things going on there. Strider here, seek a solid pick. I think that's where we're going to go here. I only have the 1 copy, and I already have 2 of Tori. So yeah, I think that's going on right there. That was just too strong of a pick not to take. Academy Wall looks decent here. I own a Micromancer. I've got 4 Cult Conscripts. I kind of hate to take a Micromancer this early because I don't know. Like, that's a completely wasted pick if I don't pick up several good blue 1-drops. And there's just no guarantee of that yet. And there's probably a good chance that is going to wheel. So I'm going to do something a little bit crazy here and lean into that wall deck and take Academy All right, Resolute Reinforcements or Cavalier, probably the best two cards in the pack. I am very close to having full playsets on both of those. Shore Up is pretty nice in the blue-based wall deck, but I'm hoping to pick up the oh, what's her name? The I Make Walls Win card over in white. I just can't think of what it is at the moment. So I think I'm going to take Resolute Reinforcement and see how that comes out. Hey, look at that, a Coral Colony, just like that. The Walls deck may be coming together. The Drawbridge will probably wheel here. Knight of Dust Shadows, clearly a better card. I mean, it just really is. But I'm already so heavily vested in the wall deck at this point that passing a Coral Colony just would not make sense here. Let's see here. Look, there's a Drawbridge, just like that. We might get that density of walls that we had hoped for in our third draft and just didn't quite get. So yeah, let's try and make that happen. Rollick seems like the best card here. Destroy Evil might be for us, and Peep Momentum also okay. Automatic Librarian, honestly, I haven't drafted this and played with it, but I have seen some people who did, and by people I mean better drafters than myself. And honestly, I think the pro rating here of 1.5 is a little underrated. I'd say this is at least a 2, maybe a 2.5, particularly in the fact that it's colorless. I don't think I'm going to take the Warrens here, even though that is really good value. I think I'm going to take Destroy Evil. It's just slightly below where we are. Good role in a white-blue Defenders deck is going to be really important to help deal with those mid-range drops that I can't use my Defenders for. Bard here at pick 9, that wheeled. How crazy is that wheeled? Warleech also pretty decent, but I think I've got to take Bard here just for the value. It's almost always nice to have the repossession, but as you can see, blue and white both completely dried up at the wheel here. So I think we take Bard for the value, see what happens. I think Order here is probably the best. Conscript is arguably the better card, but obviously we are not in black at this point. And I'm not sure that there's much... Ooh, Tribute. That might be worth maybe splashing black for, honestly. I think that's one of the things that I have been doing wrong in this draft environment, is trying to focus too much on a 2-color when I should be potentially splashing a third. And I think Tribute might be a good reason to go towards black, more so than the Conscript for me, in particular because I already have 4 copies of Conscript and only 1 of Tribute. So we will go there and see how that works out for us. Strike Team obviously is the best card here, but I'm just swinging. Do I take an infusion here on the possibility of maybe splashing red? I mean, is it that much better? Or do I just take the turtle and dirtle my turtle? I do have the Bard. I mean, both of these are so much better. I mean, honestly, Molten Monstrosity also better than dirtling our turtle, but it's a tough call, honestly. I think I'm going to take Infusion, just because it is an instant sorcery spell matters sort of component. We'll go there. Withering Necromass, pretty solid card. I think the Mana Worker, though, is the way to go here. If I was in any kind of sack deck, but if you guys have been watching me or the channel for any length of time, you know that Aristocrat Sec is just not quite my style. It's been years since I played that with any seriousness. So I think I take the Mana Worker here as kind of a painless nod to maybe going 3 colors here. I've also got the Thran Portal to do a little fixing for me. So I think that shores up our deck here. In fact, I think the only thing that maybe is, well, honestly, no. Anything is possible at this point. We really could go anywhere here. These are pretty much dead evens. They really are. I'm going to take the Battlefly Swarm here because with the wall deck potential, that Splatter Goblin serves a lot of the same purposes as walls. I don't think I'm holding back anymore there. Battlefly Swarm allows me to hold back just as much, plus it gives me the offense in the air as a potential threat. So I think that's where we're going there. A pick 14 Destroy Evil? Is it my birthday and no one told me? I don't understand. Great, we are definitely taking that. Threats Undetected. That is the card that we're taking because we're value drafters and we're in it for the rares and mythics. If I wasn't taking that, the absolute Windmill Slam would be Battle Hymn. That goes very nicely and would basically lean me towards going towards red as opposed to the black. The Warren Chief also really good. Hydromancer also really good. I don't think we can expect any of these 3 cards to wheel. The only one that even comes close to making me think about passing a rare is the Battle Hymn, and it's just not quite enough. Removal in this format is good, but unless I end up playing both white and red, I think this card is not quite as good if you can't kick it. But of course, we are taking Threats Undetected because I'm a value drafter, and that's how we do things. Froststrider or Cleaving Skyrider, either of these really, really solid. Of course, we also have a drawbridge going on in here. That will probably wheel, though, to be honest. I'm a little torn between the Froststrider and the Skyrider. I think either of those are very solid plays. I've already got a Froststrider and picking up a second double blue pip card at this point, the way my card pool is shaping up. I think the Skyrider is the correct play. That's where we're going to go. Lands here also both good options, but not as good as that as either the Frost Fist or the Skyrider. So there we go. Let's see. We got another Bollock and Bone Rattle, both very good. Mossbeard Ancient also very good. Either of those arguments would be solid if I was in green at all. I think the correct play here is to take a second Bollock and hope that we maybe see a really good defender enabler later. Extinguish the Light, probably the best card here. Acolyte, also pretty decent, but not being able to kick it, and, well, it's just out of range of being good stats, good value. Battlewing Mystic, pretty solid here. In fact, it might be the best card in the pack, honestly. And I am potentially going that blue route. I'm feeling like black is kind of falling behind here. So I think I take the Battlewing Mystic. That's a decision. If I can play it, great. If I can't, it's still a solid addition to the collection. Let's see, what do we got here? The Treaty is probably pretty good, but again, not playing green. And green is what's open here. I mean, there's some very good green cards going on, but I'm not sure that I'm in any kind of place moving towards the corner on pack 2 to maybe jump colors here. I mean, I've only got the one green card, and it's arguably not that playable in limited. Let's see here. We could take a librarian. I'm not sure that's at all a good call, to be perfectly honest. Sea Scavenger doesn't feel great for this deck. Stall for Time, I think, is a better card. And take up the shield, also decent. I think what I do here is I take the Weather Sea Treaty. I just give this one up for value. That's a great card. It's an uncommon that is going to be hard to replace, I think. Bone Splinter, also decent. But yeah, I think Weather Sea Treaty is the way to go here. I'm not really considering playing either one of those. But I do still think I'm in a good position to potentially splash a third color. Vine Wall is decent. Rada, again, not playing green. Maybe I should be at this point. Phalanx is pretty decent. I'm probably going to be white, blue, and then either red or black. So I think maybe taking the drawbridge here is the solid pick. I hate passing the Rada from a value standpoint. I don't own a single copy at this point. Legend, I've already got one, so I'm a little less concerned about that because I think that's mostly going to be a brawl card for me. So I think, what are we at? Pick 6. Will drawbridge wheel? That's the question in my mind at the moment. Pixie also very, very good, but not as strong as Rada, honestly. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to take the Rada on value with hopes that drawbridge wheels. That is probably the card I am second most interested in here. Maybe Pixie Illusionist, but Pixie Illusionist, I'm more in the mindset of having the domain, which Rada maybe makes. So maybe we pick up an Illusionist in pack 3 or late pack 2 here, and maybe make that Rada playable. I mean, we are in red. I don't really see us growing green here, but this is a value determination here. I want to add one of these cards to my collection, and I am already about halfway through my drafts. And I don't know, 2 Bulwarks and a Colony. If I had a couple of the colorless defenders that allowed me to tutor up things, I'd probably be all in on the defender deck. But right now we're gonna take the Warlord. Let's see here. What do we got? Strength of the Coalition. I've already got all 4 of those, so I'm not really worried about that. What is the best card after that? Outrider? Probably. And again, that's kind of a domain requirement. And I haven't positioned myself well at this point to really be in domain. Batterfly Swarm. That feels like the correct pick. We'll go ahead and pick that. Another one, or take up the shield. Either one of those could be very strong. I think we go Swarm though, honestly. Or do I take the Crystal Garado and have a slightly smoother... no, because this doesn't give me any land types. Yeah, I think I like the Swarm. That is where we're going. Hey, look, a Warren, just like that. Is there things in here I want to take over Warren? Like maybe Impulse? Impulse feels like a possibility. I'm feeling a little less blue-red at this juncture. I've only got the 1 Academy wall, so I might just take the Warren here for the value, but obviously it's not going to be playable in this deck because I just don't have the green to make it happen, and I'm very unlikely to get it at this point. This would be my last Impulse that I need to draft. With that in mind, I'm going to take Impede and hope for the best here. It might be the wrong choice. A pick 10 Strider. That's pretty crazy. I think we're taking that right here. That just feels like too strong a pick. Mossbeard clearly is the best card in the pack. Timely Interference isn't terrible, particularly if we end up splashing red. I don't love that card, but like literally everything else is green, and I just don't think I have time to make a significant inroad to green, especially for double pip things like Mossbeard Ancient. So yeah, I'm going to take the Timely Interference here and question all of my life choices later on. Crusher is the best card. A Meteorite is just really underwhelming in here. This reprint is a super clunky way to fix your mana. So I'm just not feeling that. Is Smash to Dust really better for me here? Destroy creature with Defender, or 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. Yeah, that feels like a better pick here. I'm not sure that it is, but it feels that way. Bone Splinter. Well, obviously, I'm going to take the Bone Splinter because neither of these is arguably very playable for me, at least in this deck, and I have no copies of Bone Splinter, so there we go. Another Smash to Dust as a freebie. Okay. Defiler of Instinct. Okay, so that kind of makes my decision of red being the splash I am most likely to take. So we're going to pull down these black cards, and that way I have a more accurate look at what's going on with my playables in the deck. We do have some wall action going on. Obviously, I'm going to take Defiler of Instinct. If I wasn't, I'd probably be looking at the Cleaving Skyrider here, or Sacred Peaks feels like a very solid pick. But obviously, we can't pass a Defiler of Instinct, particularly in this deck. That is a highly playable card for us. Prayer of Binding feels really good here. Aaron isn't really playable for us. Protect the Negotiators is just okay. Idyllic Beachfront is strong, but not nearly as strong as the Binding. I'd also highly consider Academy Wall here for our particular deck, but I think Prayer of Binding is where we need to be here. All right, what do we got here? Fires of Victory feels pretty strong. I think it's punching above its weight in our deck with the possibility of being able to kick it. Really a very strong possibility of being able to kick it. The walls may not end up getting played here, and that is 4 cards out of there, so that puts us down to 18. So really we need to pick up a good 5 playable cards, and I think Fires of Victory is definitely potential in our game plan. We do also have a shield wall. I'm just now noticing that, and it is arguably as good as Fires of Victory. I think we might have one more pick where we could. Well, no, we're not going to see the white Defender Enabler at this point. We're just not. We took the Battlewing Mystic, so yeah, Fires of Victory. That's where we're going. That's how we do. I think Protect the Negotiators here might be the very best thing we could be doing. Maybe the Kavu. Pixie Illusionist also pretty strong, but I think Kabu, we might not even end up playing white if we get some very strong blue-white things going on. That's tough. I'm gonna take negotiators. Well, what's my creature count looking like? Just 13 creatures. Holy jeebus. That makes the decision for me. I've got to go Kavu. It's too strong a creature to be passing at this point, knowing that I'm light on creatures. A pick 5 rare though, that is what we are here for as value drafters, is picking up those late things. Blight Pile, I wish I could take that card, but the rare is the rare is the rare, and I can see why it drafted. There's just no synergy for this in limited. There's not enough artifacts going on, but this is going to be a valuable rare as the year goes on. So that's where I'm going. Absolute value pick here. Pilfer, Tory, both very solid cards. I think Tory is probably better. I mean, having Bard and Tory in the same deck might just mean wins on its own right. So I think I've got to take that. A Coral Colony. Again, like if I was already in black-green, that would be pretty solid. But I think Coral Colony is the correct pick here. It makes that defender thing possible. Cut down. I wish I was in black. I really do. Oh boy. Heroic Charge could be decent. Shield Sentinel, I think, is the card I have to take here, honestly. Because I'm not really go wide enough to make Heroic Charge workable. And the floor on Heroic Charge versus the floor on Sentinel for our deck, I think that is the correct pick. We might accidentally make a Walls deck here. Academy Wall is a solid addition there. I think Juniper Order Rootweaver generally is a better card. But I'm gonna try and dedicate our last few picks here to Walls and see if we can make it happen. That is where we are at. Nothing here really helps our game plan. So do I just take Queen for the value? That might be the case here. I mean, a pick 11 uncommon. Does Benelish Faith Bonder give us enough wins to replace an uncommon? I don't think that it does. So we're going to go ahead and take that here. Let's chunk out a couple of these cards so we have a good solid idea of what's going on with our deck. I think any of these pretty solid. Pixie Illusionist, I think, is probably the right call here. Ooh, we got a black maybe to splash. I mean, it's definitely the better card here. So there we go, and a free shore up. Okay, that's an acceptable sort of thing to do here. Let's see what our deck helper wants us to do. All in on that white, red, blue. They don't have me running my Academy Walls, which feels really bad. It also doesn't have me running Thran Portal. That feels bad. Nor the Blight Pile. I don't know. Is Blight Pile worth splashing in black at this point? I mean, I pretty much have to run a third basic land type. Once again, I didn't draft any lands, and I think that's a mistake that I'm making, honestly. I think I have to cut Blight Pile. It's just not there. So, do I want to play another potentially bad version of Defenders? Because I've done this before, and again, like if I didn't have both copies of Coral Colony coming in, it just wasn't working. I only have one Sentinel, so I can only tutor up, and I've got 2 Bulwarks. Academy wall with Bulwark is pretty monstrous. I gotta cut 7 cards here. Alright, Impede Momentum I think is an easy cut. Timely Interference I think also a fairly easy cut. And I kind of want to keep the Academy Walls. I really do. I've got to cut 5 more cards here. Smash to Dust. They are wanting me to run both of those. They all. Wow, having these 3 basics in here, that just, it hurts me. I don't know if that's viable, to be honest. What does my color mix look like? So if I cut either red or white, I don't have enough to build a deck. So we are definitely 3 colors. All right, let's take a look at what are our lowest rated things. So they think the shields, the wall deck is obviously the worst place to be, and I'm not sure honestly that I disagree. Smash to Dust is something I could get rid of if we can make walls happen. So that's potentially 2 cards right there. What else we got here? Shore Up. And, well, Destroy Evil. The Battle Swarms. Not running any of those already. So Timely Interference, that's one I've already cut. And after that, well, we're looking at Fires of Victory, Smash to Dust. That are the maybe painful cuts. Everything beyond that is maybe looking worse. I think we can cut Drawbridge. I think it's the least valuable of our walls. So now we're only looking at one cut here. And maybe I do something crazy here. I could cut Tori, because I'm not feeling like I'm a really aggressive deck here at all, particularly with the walls. So yeah, I think this is what we're gonna do. I'm not sure that this is the right move. I'm probably leaning towards my own personal need to make a defender's deck, both in the draft choices as well as trying to make it work in the environment. But 3 Academy Walls, 2 Coral Colonies, 2 Bulwarks, and a Shield Sentinel feels like a decent reason to maybe try walls here. I hate having the 3 colors. I kind of wish I had picked up some lands, particularly over some of those black cards that I ended up taking, but you just never know where it's going, and that's a mistake I'm still trying to learn from in this draft environment. So let's get in here, see what we can get going. All right, let's jump in. Game 1. Here we go. Already 30 minutes in to the video before we even do any gameplay. Skyrider is kind of the offset card. I think Illusionist into Mystic into Wall is not terrible. We will PP. I don't know why it gives me the option to pick things that I don't have the mana for. You would think the AI would be intelligent enough to know that's not happening. I think we're gonna stick blue here, and we're gonna say Illusionist. This does let me do some mana fixing, doesn't it? I had not really considered that up until this point. That has now gone up in value. I clearly did not even want to kick that at this point of the game. Our opponent with no board presence, and we are presenting 3 damage next turn. I kind of like it. Turn 4, we could play the Cleaving Skyrider. We cannot also kick it, though. I'd have to hold that for a little bit. But at this point, that doesn't feel like a problem, since our opponent is really making no board presence. Well, okay, that is board presence in a single card. It does not, however, stop our flyers, so I think we can get in, and we'll drop a wall that can block most of their damage potential right off. I doubt they have Lightning Strike, but I could be wrong. Could totally be wrong. Alright. That is decent. I got 2 Destroy Evils in hand, and they aren't doing anything at all for me. Just a 2/1 flyer. It's not really doing much for me here. Do I hold Destroy Evil up off the Pixie Illusionist? No, I think we go ahead and get damage in while we can. We're not far off from being able to kick that Skyrider even without the planes. Maybe as little as 2 turns away. Yeah, okay, that is a lot. I think I am a little concerned at this point about them having removal. But this is clearly a race that we're winning. And I don't have any other defender enablers going on, so I think we just treat it like a race. Alright, so next turn we can Skyrider. They really have not done anything with their turns here. Okay, I think we leave the Illusionist open. Just swing the 2. That may hold back their token. Just on the threat of blocking with the Illusionist. It also might not. We'll have to see how that plays out. But if they present a target for Destroy Evil, I am absolutely going to take it out at my end of turn. Or their end of turn, I should say. Let's see what they're going to attack with. Okay, so they did not take the threat of blocking with the Illusionist seriously. And, well, I was in fact bluffing, let's be honest. Alright, let's see here. We will, again, block as a race, and just try and see if we can win out here. Passing. I hope they present something that I can target with Destroy Evil. That is not it. Shit. Oh, I forgot. Skyrider is any target. So if they swing 5, I could deal 5 to them, and then win on the swing back. That feels correct. So we're gonna put the Battle Wing across the board. Let's see what they do here. That is 4 damage. Let's see here. We will go in here and save lanes. That is what we are gonna do. I know something's going on here. We will kick it. If they have a counter spell here, we're just dead. Okay, that was pretty solid, but we're gonna deal it here, and I think we block and kill the token, take 5. If we make a planes, there we go. We binding there's Skyrider, and just as we had originally planned, we win on the swing back. There we go. I like it. Tools give you options. We might accidentally make silver too. That's pretty nice. Claiming those prizes. So we are 1-0, and that gives us a very solid start here. I believe I am going to end the stream here, and of course the rest of this draft will be available over on YouTube if you want to see the end results. Although it may be a couple of weeks before draft number 4 is out there for Dominaria United. But definitely be on the lookout there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on a thing. It's what all the cool kids are doing, honestly. And don't we all want to be cool kids at the end of the day? With all that having been said, until next time, I will see you in the arena. And folks, before you go, make sure you've subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on a thing. Because I know I can't change the magic economy all by myself, but I think we can.